Get out of the car and hands up!
Imagine walking into a quiet, upscale gated community on a simple family errand, expecting to leave without a single problem, only to end up staring down the barrel of a gun. This is the kind of story we tell on Voices Under Color, where lived experiences expose uncomfortable truths many try to ignore. Marcus Holloway did everything right, and it still wasn't enough. Marcus, a black man in his early 40s, had driven into the city that morning not for work, but for family. His younger brother, Daniel Holloway, lived in one of those pristine, uptown gated communities, manicured lawns, silent streets, and 24-hour HOA security. Daniel was successful. Years of disciplined work and smart investments had paid off. His garage housed several luxury cars. Marcus, never one for flashy things, needed a more polished vehicle for a formal event later that week. "Take whichever one you want," Daniel told him over the phone. "I won't even be around." They planned everything carefully. Marcus was given the garage code, a spare key, and written permission. Daniel even contacted the HOA ahead of time. The longtime security officer, someone Daniel had known for years, logged the visit, approved a temporary vehicle exit permit, and confirmed the date. Nothing was left to chance, except one detail no one thought would matter. 2 days before Marcus arrived, the senior HOA officer accepted a job out of state and left immediately. He briefed his replacement on maintenance schedules, guest access, and one specific note: someone would be picking up a car from Daniel Holloway's house. What he never mentioned was race. The morning Marcus arrived, everything seemed normal. He checked in at the gate on foot. His name was on the list. No questions, no suspicion. He walked to Daniel's house, opened the garage, and sat behind the wheel of the luxury car. 5 minutes. That's all it was supposed to take. But as Marcus drove toward the exit gate, unseen eyes were already locked on him. The new HOA security officer frowned. He had watched a black man walk in. Now that same man was driving out in a car worth more than his annual salary. The assumptions formed instantly. "Hey, stop the car!" Marcus eased to a stop just short of the gate, hands visible on the wheel, calm, controlled. He'd been trained for moments like this. "What do you think you're doing?" the officer snapped. "I saw you walk in." "I'm leaving with permission," Marcus replied evenly. "This is my brother's car." The officer laughed. "Yeah, funny how you people always have a story." That was the moment Marcus knew. "This has already been cleared with HOA," he said calmly. "There's a permit on file. You can call the previous guard or my brother." The officer didn't check his radio, didn't verify anything. Instead, his hand dropped and came back up, holding a gun, pointed directly at Marcus's head. Have you ever been judged in seconds? What would you do if that judgment came with a weapon? Before we continue, tell us where you're watching from in the comments. And if you believe authorities should never excuse racism, like and subscribe to Voices Under Color for more real stories that demand accountability. Step out of the car, now! Marcus complied slowly, hands raised, movements deliberate. "You really expect me to believe this?" the officer sneered. "A guy like you doesn't just drive out of here in something like this." Marcus understood then. This wasn't confusion. This wasn't security. This was racism. "I'm going to make a call," Marcus said calmly. The officer laughed. "Go ahead. Nobody's coming to save you." Marcus dialed a number from memory. "This is Captain Marcus Holloway," he said clearly. "I'm being detained at gunpoint by HOA security at Silvercrest North Gate." Silence. Then a firm voice responded. "Copy that, Captain. Units en route." The officer's smile vanished. Minutes later, sirens pierced the quiet streets. Red and blue lights flooded the gate. 2 police vehicles stopped hard. Detectives stepped out and immediately saluted. "Captain." The power shifted instantly. Marcus calmly explained everything. The accusation, the gun, the refusal to verify. He played the recording. He showed the permit, the emails, the proof. The evidence was undeniable. Handcuffs clicked shut. "You weren't protecting the neighborhood," a detective said. "You were abusing authority." As the squad car pulled away, the gate finally opened. Marcus drove out slowly, not triumphant, not relieved, just aware of one haunting truth. If he hadn't been who he was. This story could have ended very differently, and that's why Voices Under Color exists. If this story moved you, share it. If it made you uncomfortable, sit with that feeling. And if you believe stories like this deserve to be heard, subscribe, because silence protects the problem. Voices undercolor real stories, real people, real truth.